There are places where the location itself will kill you in minutes. Number 7 shuts down your organs in 10 minutes. But number 1, someone just tried it in 2025 with a Diet Coke and now faces 5 years in prison. Let's untangle this. Point 7, Nuvial Cave, Romania. Imagine a cave sealed off from the outside world for 5.5 million years, longer than humans have existed. In 1986, Romanian workers drilling for a power plant accidentally punched through and discovered what can only be described as Earth's audition tape for an alien horror movie. Nuvial Cave is essentially a poison gas chamber with a no-exit sign. The air inside has half the oxygen of normal air and is loaded with hydrogen sulfide and methane, the kind of atmospheric cocktail that makes your lungs go absolutely not. Scientists can only survive 10 minutes inside, even wearing astronaut-style cooling suits. Stay longer and your organs start failing like dominoes. Fewer than 100 people have ever been allowed in. But here's the plot twist. Life still thrives there. 48 species have evolved in total darkness. Blind, pale spiders and scorpions feeding on microbes that literally eat poison gas. It's a self-sustaining ecosystem that doesn't need sunlight or any rules biology teachers told you were mandatory. Scientists study it to understand how life might exist on Jupiter's moon Europa. In case we need backup planets, after we finish destroying this one, if you contaminate it, you destroy 5.5 million years of isolated evolution. If you breathe the air too long, you destroy yourself. Win-win for nobody. But if you think a cave full of poison gas is terrifying, wait until you meet the mountain that literally fights back. Point 6. Gangkhar Puensum, Bhutan. Gangkhar Puensum is the highest unclimbed mountain in the world. 24,800 feet of pure don't even think about it. We've summited Everest thousands of times. We've put people on the moon, but nobody's ever reached the top of this one. Why? Since 1994, Bhutan has completely banned mountain climbing. They believe these peaks are sacred homes to powerful spirits, and disturbing them would bring the kind of disaster that makes your insurance company go, yeah, we're not covering that. Even before the ban, expeditions failed spectacularly. The main problem? Nobody could find the damn mountain. Maps were so bad in the 1980s that teams wandered the Himalayas like tourists with broken GPS, looking for a 24,800-foot peak they somehow kept missing. It's so isolated we don't even have clear photos of the summit. In 2025, with satellites and drones and TikTokers who film everything, here's where it gets properly weird. Locals report hearing unearthly screams from the peak at night, seeing mysterious lights in the clouds, and swear the mountain is home to the Yeti, who apparently has better real estate taste than most billionaires. The 1986 British expedition was driven back by storms so violent, they believed the mountain itself was attacking them. The peak remains untouched. Unless Bhutan changes its mind, Gangkhar Puensum stays Earth's last unconquered summit, laughing at your climbing gear. But at least that mountain is just hard to reach. Number 5 is an island designed by evolution to kill you, except now you're killing it instead. Point 5, Snake Island, Brazil. 21 miles off São Paulo, there's a 110-acre island. The Brazilian Navy patrols like it's guarding nuclear launch codes. Snake Island is home to the golden lancehead viper. Thousands of years ago, rising sea levels cut this island off from the mainland. Trapping snakes with no ground prey, they adapted to hunt migrating birds. So evolution decided to crank their venom up to 11. Their venom is 5 times more potent than mainland cousins. One bite causes tissue necrosis. Your flesh literally melts from the inside, followed by kidney failure, brain hemorrhage, and death within an hour. No antivenom readily available. This is a die on the way to the hospital situation. Scientists estimate 1 to 5 snakes per square meter in forested areas. Walk through there and you're guaranteed to see them in every direction, probably judging your life choices. But here's the tragic irony. The snakes are dying now. Humans cut down Brazil's rainforest, killing the migratory birds these snakes evolved to hunt. Their population has crashed nearly 50%. Meanwhile, biopirates pay $30,000 per snake for the illegal pet trade. Because apparently definitely will kill me is a selling point. The island designed by evolution to kill humans is being killed by humans. We couldn't stand losing, so we changed the rules. Point 4, Room 39, North Korea. Room 39 is allegedly located in the Workers' Party building in Pyongyang. It's one of the world's most secret financial operations, and easily one of its most horrifying, running since the late 1970s. It manages overseas bank accounts and shell companies, generating over $1 billion annually for North Korean leaders. What we know comes from defectors who risked everything to escape. This isn't speculation. This is documented. It enslaves 100,000 North Koreans in forced labor camps across the globe. Russian logging camps at -40 degrees Fahrenheit. Middle Eastern construction sites at 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Chinese factories with 16-hour shifts. Workers are imprisoned in barracks, monitored by secret police, forced to surrender every penny. State-sponsored slavery with bureaucratic structure. Manufactures crystal meth on an industrial scale, so widespread that citizens use it as medicine for headaches. Because they can't afford real drugs. The state produces the meth. The state creates the addiction. The state profits. It prints counterfeit supernotes. So perfect. The US Secret Service calls them virtually indistinguishable from real currency. Your counterfeit detection pen would pass them, while North Koreans survive on a government-mandated 2-meal-a-day campaign. Kim uses this blood money for Mercedes fleets. An imported foie gras costing more than your yearly salary. Room 39 isn't forbidden because it's secret. It's forbidden because exposing it fully would reveal the complete extent of North Korea's crimes against humanity. Point 3. Yucatan cenotes, Mexico. Deep under Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula lies a massive network of underwater caves, called cenotes, sinkholes connecting like a submerged maze. That makes escaping IKEA look straightforward. Some explored, most haven't. The unexplored ones probably have good reasons. These caves are dark, tight, and go for miles underwater. One wrong turn and you're lost with rapidly depleting oxygen. And no cell service. Many are hidden in remote jungles, requiring machetes, industrial bug spray, and questionable life decisions. The ancient Maya believed cenotes were gateways to the underworld. Chambalba, the place of fear, they threw offerings into the depths. Gold, jade, pottery, and occasionally people who didn't volunteer for the honor. In 2021, archaeologists discovered a 1,000-year-old perfectly preserved Mayan war canoe near Chichen Itza, still intact after a millennium, because cenotes are nature's time capsules. They've found noble skulls with teeth surgically carved to hold jade decorations. High-ranking Maya who may have been sacrificed, which really makes your worst workday seem manageable. But the biggest discovery, Eve of Nahara, human remains estimated at 13,700 years old. Potentially the oldest in the Americas. She could rewrite every textbook and timeline. One more detail, the circular pattern of cenotes around Merida traces the exact outline of the Chicxulub asteroid impact crater, the one that killed the dinosaurs. You're swimming through the scar tissue of Earth's worst day. Point 2. Puglia Island, Italy. Puglia Island sits in the Venice Lagoon, looking exactly like where ghosts would unionize, called the most haunted place on Earth. Legends claim 160,000 plague victims were burned here. The soil 50% human ash. Here's the truth, almost none of that is real. Historians confirm only 2 plague ships were quarantined on Paveglia in 1793 and 1798, with around 20 total deaths. Not hundreds of thousands, 20. The entire reputation was invented in 2001 by a Fox TV show called The Scariest Places on Earth. They fabricated most horror stories for entertainment. Then everyone, tour guides, ghost hunters, YouTubers, ran with it, like peer-reviewed research. It's the Wikipedia effect on steroids. One fake source quotes another. Until everyone knows Paveglia is haunted, except historians going, that's not what happened. The real horror is more recent and less supernatural. From 1922 to 1968, Paveglia was a psychiatric hospital. Doctors allegedly performed lobotomies without anesthesia on patients claiming to see ghosts. You report seeing ghosts. They scramble your brain while you're awake. As treatment, abandoned in 1968, it's been rotting ever since. The Italian government bans visitors not because of ghosts. Ghosts don't file lawsuits, but because of potential diseases still dormant in the soil. If those re-emerge and spread to Venice, with its 30 million annual tourists, you're looking at a public health catastrophe. Paveglia isn't haunted, but it's a reminder that sometimes the scariest stories are ones we make up, and the real horror is what actually happened while nobody was paying attention. Point 1. North Sentinel Island, Bay of Bengal. North Sentinel Island sits 22 miles west of South Andaman Island. The Indian government made it completely illegal to visit or approach. Violators face 5 years in prison and financially ruinous fines. The Sentinelese tribe, 50 to 150 people, are one of Earth's last completely isolated tribes. They've rejected all outside contact for centuries, with a foreign policy best described as, go away or we'll make you go away permanently. In 2018, they killed American missionary John Allen Chau when he tried reaching them 3 times, believing the 3rd time's the charm. It was not. The ban exists to protect them from diseases they have no immunity to. A common cold could wipe out the entire tribe, and to respect their extremely clear wish to remain isolated. They've been shooting arrows at helicopters since the 1970s. The message is not subtle. Now here's the 2025 story proving Darwin was onto something. An American YouTuber named Mikhailo Viktorovich Polyakov illegally landed on March 29th with a plan designed by someone who learned anthropology from a Coca-Cola commercial. He spent an hour blowing a whistle like calling a golden retriever, trying to summon one of Earth's most isolated tribes. When nobody showed up, probably because they heard the whistle and decided he wasn't worth the arrows, he left a Diet Coke and coconut on the beach. Not regular Coke, Diet Coke. As if that matters when attempting first contact. With a tribe isolated for 60,000 years, he filmed everything, posted it for views, collected sand samples like spring break, and got arrested March 31st, now facing 5 years in prison. Plenty of time to reflect on his content strategy. The tribe that killed Chao in 2018 apparently ignored Polyakov entirely. Didn't even bother shooting arrows. Maybe they saw the Diet Coke and decided he was already suffering enough. North Sentinel Island isn't just forbidden by law. It's a reminder that some places deserve to be left alone. Not every mystery needs solving. Not every culture needs discovering. And definitely not every island needs a Diet Coke. And that's how spaghetti untangles Earth's most forbidden places. From caves that kill you in 10 minutes, to islands where a Diet Coke gets you 5 years in prison. Some secrets protect us. Some protect them. See you in the next episode.